So recently, I've gotten more into solo gaming, and I have to admit that it has helped to rekindle some of the passion that I might have lost for the hobby. And I mostly started this because I was buying all of these really cool looking games with amazing miniatures, and I wasn't having any time to actually play the games. So here I am, I'm painting all of these miniatures, but I was just having so much trouble finding time to actually get to the game store to actually play with other people and to schedule out a block of time that maybe 3-4 hours to actually get a game in. Now here I am, I'm 48, I'm married, have 2 kids that are in high school, and I have a full-time job. So it's kind of difficult to take 3-4 hours a night or on the weekends to just sit down and play games. And mentally, I have a hard time justifying this to myself because there's just so much going on with the kids being in sports, as I mentioned, work, and with family activities, things to do around the house. It was all just very difficult. And to be honest, it was kind of bumming me out and sort of not even making me want to paint the miniatures, which is one of the most enjoyable parts of the hobby for me. So I decided to look around, and I found that there was actually a community of solo board game people. And just looking around at some of the other videos, some of the posts, it was really eye-opening to me that there was all of these different options out there. So I started looking into games that have solo play rules. And one of my first ones that I started was Mutant Zone Wars, mostly because I liked the minis. They put me in mind of when I was younger, I used to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game. And this kind of puts me in mind of the After the Bomb supplement book that it had. And I really enjoyed that, and I liked the look of these miniatures. I thought that they looked really cool, and I got them all painted up, and they look amazing. And I got them, and when I got them all painted up, I was super happy with them. So I was anxious to try to play my first solo game with these. And I have to say that whenever I started, I had a ton of fun with this. And so after that, then I went and I bought Maladum because I just really liked the look of the miniatures for that. It's a dungeon crawler. I'm currently working on getting all of those guys painted up, and they're coming out really good. I'm super excited to get to play that game and actually get those miniatures on the table just because they look so neat. And I also picked up a couple other RPGs that have solo rules for them, like The Doomed. And with this one here, it's miniature agnostic, so you can use any miniature that you want and any terrain that you want. So this has been a really fun one as well. Now these solo games have allowed me to game on my schedule, which has been so relieving. It's such a chore and so complicated sometimes. Everybody has busy lives. And it's so complicated and difficult to get everybody together for a 3-4 hour gaming session all at one time on the same day. It's just been such a challenge. And of course, there's always the last minute cancellations, which are a problem. Or somebody has to leave early, which I've had to do myself. You know, you get that phone call, you've got to rush home. And it's just things like this that add to the stress. And after a while, it just wears me down. And after a while, I found myself just kind of not even bothering to try to make plans to go game. And the best thing is with these solo games, if I only have an hour or two in the evenings, I can hurry up, get a few turns in, and I'm also lucky enough that I have a place that I can leave it set up and just come back to it the next night. Or if it's next week, I can't get back to it. At least everything's just going to be sitting there ready for me. I can jump in, do a turn or two again, or I can play for a couple hours if I want, put on some background music and just kind of really chill and just really have fun and immerse myself into the game. It has just been really beneficial to find this community and actually give it a go. I've just really enjoyed my time. It's just brought the joy of the hobby back to me. Now, also something with solo gaming that I really enjoy is that when I game, I often game for the fun of it. I am not a competitive player at all. And that's something that I tended to find at the game store was that, especially tournaments, I don't really play in any tournaments whatsoever. But even just kind of casual games tend to be a little more competitive than I like. Of course, you want to win. I mean, I played to win, but I also played to have fun. I'll play army lists or characters maybe that are not meta at all, but they're just fun to play. Or I just like the look of the model. That actually has a lot to do with the way that I make my army lists or my groups. Is I base it basically on if I think the miniature looks cool or not. And I know that these are not the most competitive lists, and they might not work well together at all, but it's just what I enjoy doing. And when you're playing with other people, it's sometimes more difficult to play a fun list that you enjoy, and then you get crushed within a couple of turns. Well, that's not so fun. So by solo gaming, I can play whatever list I want with the miniatures that I like and just really have fun with it. If you need to, you can tailor the storyline so that your group fits and you can have fun and not just get smashed right away. That's definitely a great reason to get into solo games as well. And at least now that I'm playing again on a more regular basis, it's giving me more motivation and incentive to actually get my miniatures painted up. As I mentioned at the beginning, I was painting all these miniatures, but then not getting to play it all, so it was kind of bumming me out, and I was starting to lose the passion of painting as well. This has actually rekindled that love of painting because I want to hurry up and get these guys painted. For instance, I'm working on the Maladum miniatures now, and I'm kind of plowing through them because I want to get them on a table and try this game out. So it's great to have that incentive once again to get me back to the desk and back to painting. So yeah, it's just something that I've been kind of passionate about lately, and I wanted to make a quick video on it. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Have you tried solo gaming? And if so, do you find that there are a lot of benefits to it as well? Also, and what games do you like to play? I'm constantly on the lookout for good solo games. So if you have any good suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. But yeah, just overall, I just wanted to say that I've been having a lot of fun with this. And I don't think that there's any shame in solo gaming. In my opinion, it's no different than playing a video game by yourself, or even going fishing by yourself, or just any hobby that you do alone. It just gives you the time to relax and enjoy the hobby in a way that you want to. I'd like to make some more solo gaming content in the future here as I continue through these different games. I thought maybe doing some playthrough videos or maybe some reviews of these types of games, similar to my recent videos where I've been reviewing GW releases. And speaking of GW, I actually have a couple of kill teams painted up and ready to go. So I'm actually eager to try that as a solo game as well. I heard it's pretty fun. And I also have a couple of kill teams that are built but unpainted yet. So if this is something that you guys would like to see, let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to continue making solo content and see how that goes. So with that, I just want to say thanks for watching. I always appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.